How much money have humans created? A staggering amount. So much that simply telling you probably won't convey the magnitude. In this visualization, we're going to show you just how much money exists in the world. But first, let's start small. The median household income in the United States is around $54,000 per year. This is enough to own a car, and perhaps even a home. However, as you will see, in the grand scheme of all the world's money, it is quite minuscule. Let's look at the top 1% of earners instead. To make it into this elite group, annual household income needs to be about 8 times higher, at least $430,000 per year. But of course, even that is still nothing compared to the wealth accumulated by top celebrities and business people. For example, actor George Clooney has a considerable fortune of $180 million, while author J.K. Rowling has a net worth of $1 billion. Mark Zuckerberg is in a different league. The co-founder of Facebook owns a lot of stock in the company, which puts his net worth at $53 billion. But even Zucks can't compare to Bill Gates, who regularly tops the world's richest people list. According to Forbes, Bill Gates has a personal fortune of $75 billion, and even that isn't big enough to fill our unit of measurement in this video. Each square we use represents $100 billion. For a better sense of scale, let's use our $100 billion squares to measure some of the world's largest companies. Consumer goods giant Johnson & Johnson is worth roughly 3 squares, while oil company ExxonMobil is almost 4. Apple, the world's biggest company by market capitalization, takes up 6 full squares. Yet those companies are puny when we compare them to the total amount of money that humans have created. Let's look at cold, hard cash. Globally, there are $5 trillion of physical coins and bills around the world. This number includes US dollars, euros, yen, and all other physical currencies issued by central banks. When we add people's checking accounts to the mix, the amount grows to $28.6 trillion of easily accessible or narrow money. If we add money market accounts, savings accounts, and time deposits, we have what economists call broad money, totaling $80.9 trillion. Remember, only $5 trillion of this is actually physical in nature. That means the vast majority of money is actually digital, only existing on your bank statement. Crazy, right? Well, things get even wilder as we venture into the world of Wall Street. Here is the value of all the stock markets in the world. Remember those big companies we showed earlier? They make up just a tiny fraction of the market. What about global debt? The full amount of debt in the world, everything from student loans and credit card debt to the amount countries owe, is an astonishing $199 trillion. Nearly 1/3 of that amount has been accumulated since the global financial crisis in 2008. The United States national debt makes up about $20 trillion of total global debt, and it has increased rapidly since the year 2000. Amazingly, the amount of debt accumulated by the U.S. federal government is bigger than the value of all of the world's physical cash, gold, silver, and Bitcoin together. And while the scope of global debt is massive, even that total is eclipsed by the notional value of the derivatives market. If that term seems familiar, you may remember that a type of derivative called a credit default swap was partially to blame for the 2008 financial crisis. Derivatives are essentially a contract between parties that derives its value from the performance of assets, indices, or entities. On the low end, the derivatives market is estimated to be a whopping $630 trillion. However, the truth is that no one actually knows the size of the derivatives market, and the high-end total could be as much as $1.2 quadrillion. There are many financial critics who worry about the risk that these contracts pile onto the global financial system. With the sheer size of the derivative market dwarfing all others, it's understandable why business mogul Warren Buffett has called derivatives financial weapons of mass destruction. Want to learn more about the world's money and markets? Visit the Money Project and see dozens of our latest infographics, data visualizations, and animated videos.